Guys, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I don't think we still have that. I thought I'd take that away, but can y'all hear me? Much better audio. Good. It was something jacked up as I tried to do something different. We got a guest joining us. So I'm gonna bring up Brother Scotch and things. Hey, dude, we just had audio issues. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Pretty good, dude. Happy day
Awesome.
after Thanksgiving. Acid
Thank
test
you. How was yours? You have a
is
good
channel
good
member,
day?
Neil McKenzie, channel member. I just had to back out and come back in. Michael, thank you,
A pretty
buddy.
fly. Poured
And
myself a double for tonight.
hey, good, dude. It's that type of day, right? The day after Thanksgiving, I've been doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I had it set up where I could pull my table in. It must be Wi-Fi now, but it jacked up my audio. So I'm gonna pull that out. I'm gonna kill it. Give me just
M
a sec.
Bomb, what is up? Mateo, I thought you sent me a message or said something like you sent me your phone number and you wanted to talk. I didn't see that message anywhere, Mateo. So um crew air is the best. I don't want to ruin anything because like I like to do unboxings and stuff, but finally since July. I've been trying since July. Every time he has one, and I finally scored a drop on the Lamia.
Oh, dude, you got one of the LMAX Lamias?
Yeah,
This is what's in my pocket today.
I've been trying, and I'm a little torn.
Well, if you
Yours
don't
is on
like it, sell
washers,
it to
right?
me. Sell it to
Yours is
me if
on
you don't like it.
washers.
What's that?
Yours is on washers, right?
I have not taken it apart. It works on both washers and
And I think he said these are shipping with skiffs, but I don't know. Maybe washers come with it. I thought it was a washer knife, but
well, I thought it was a washer knife, and this could be because it feels a lot like Ethan Ruins, the one that I first fell in love with this handling. But if you don't like it or if it's too small, I've already told somebody that I want dibs on theirs if they don't like it.
I've tried. If I hate it, I'm gonna make myself love it. But I don't think I'm not gonna like. I think it's just that kind of like a nice EDC, a nice carry size.
Think of it like that. Don't think of it
Yeah,
to replace the bigger knives that you
yeah.
love. Just think of it
But
exactly.
I
That'll
have been every single. I wanted one of those orange ones, man, from the Halloween drop, bad, and missed out. But I, it's either like every time he's done a drop, I've been on the job at work with just the sketchiest internet ever, and I couldn't
well,
believe.
I know of 2 people, including you, who snagged one.
Well, he
How
had more
fast did
knives
it
today.
go? Huh?
He had more knives. He did, because aren't his drops usually like around 60 or something like that, or
I
50
have
or
no idea because I bought mine on the secondary from a guy who had picked it up on the Friday the 13th drop. I got it at NAS sale.
this one had like 150 knives or something like that he dropped or that were available. So yeah, it was we had plans to watch, we're in Nebraska, Husker game. They play on Black Friday, have as long as I can remember. So the wife had to run into work for a couple hours this morning. She's like, "Want to watch the game?" I'm like, "Yeah." And the drop was at 11 my time, which is when the game started. She got home at like 10:30, and it's freezing cold here all of a sudden. And she's like, "Let's go for a walk. We need to take the dog outside for a walk. Let's go for a half-hour walk." I'm like, "It's 20 degrees out." All right. I said, "How about like a 10-minute walk? I have to be home for that." And she was like, "You've got to be kidding me." Dude, I couldn't believe it. I got one. So we took the dog on a quick walk, played with her in the backyard for a while, got inside. I'm like, give me a minute. It'll take a minute. And yeah, I was super psyched to get one.
Good dude. Are those some that he's already made, or is he just getting an order
He's
together?
he's getting. I think he's got everything cut and done. He just needs to grind. He did a live today showing some stuff, and it looks like everything is cut and done. He's just got to grind the blades, and I think assemble them. So he
Dude,
said
I
he'd like
totally forgot about it. I'm kind of glad I forgot about it because I would have jumped in there, but I definitely, if you don't like it, or I forget who, I'd have to look at my Instagram, who grabbed one and kind of had second thoughts about it. And I was like, look, just let me know. I'll take it off your hands. Because LMAX, mine's in crew wear. I would love to
I would
have
love
one in
a Brewer
LMAX.
one,
And it's
but
just such a great design. Simple.
it's got. I'm so excited because I'm a geek for those milling lines when they leave them in the blade, and this one he's done them both. Like all his knives had them for a while, and then they started taking them out, and this one's got the milling lines in the
Yeah.
blade again. So I'm psyched for it.
I like to see that. I mean, for some reason, I don't know why.
I think it's cool
But
looking. Yeah, it's just something I've always liked.
and what I've liked about Alex is, and I know he's a polarizing figure, but he always shows, if you follow his Instagram, the process as it happens, right? So you
Yeah,
see how that CNC works on that grind. And to me, it's just, it's top notch.
I
On the
get.
other side of that, I have fallen in love with this Colin McGuire, Mag 10 Knife Works. If you guys don't follow him on Instagram, you really should. He's in Rhode Island and he makes these by hand. Dude, the grind on this, if you can see it, it's thin and hollow, but perfectly matched. Perfect jimping. You got the swedge up at the top. It is so thin and so light. This one has a G10 toxic liner. I don't know if you can see that above between the carbon fiber and the 154 cm. But dude, you guys need to follow I think it's Mag 10 Knife Works, WORK or WORX. We'll go to his Instagram here in a second. But this is something I chased at where's my, let me find my janky where is it? That's bizarre. I thought I had stuff right there. I was looking for my arc feld so I could shine some UV on this handle. Let me take a peek, guys. I apologize for standing up. I know it's got to be over on this other side. It's not here. Well, who knows? But anywho, the 80s camo carbon fiber is sick, sick, sick. It is amazingly thin. And you go follow him, guys. I'm going to pull it up. We'll take a look at what he's been doing since he's been back from Nashville. I met him at Blade Show 2023 when Bearded Doom and I were walking around. What's up, Manusfaction? Channel member. Greg Mahoney, channel member. Guys, I've got to put the link up in the description. I've been a slacker. I had my overhead working so good and then didn't realize it killed my voice. I think I've got to get a better what do you call it? USB hub. The one I've got's a little janky. Amazon rated it high, but evidently it doesn't do the job. What is up, Bama Ninja? What is up, Chris? T-Fetch, Nick, all you guys, happy day after Thanksgiving. We've got some cool things that we'll give away in the chat. And I've got, let me throw the members link up in, give me just 1 second, guys. And if I crash it, I will be back. And I got to go here. And I got to go there, copy, share, boom. All right, kids, I'm throwing this in the chat. This is for the late night members chat. You do not have to be here to win this. All you have to do is, be a member and leave a comment in this pinned. I just pinned it.
What's up,
All
Ghost
right.
Malone?
So all you got to do is leave a comment in that pin chat, B18, be in the continental US. And then when we draw for it later tonight, it's for this Tucson in M398. I forget which number it's in, but you guys, when you look at the video, that's all it does is it talks about it. It's a super, super knife. Got carbon fiber on both the show side and on the clip side, which I really like. And then the clip is cut in, so it goes in and out of pocket like a champ. You got a couple of ways to deploy it, either from the flipper tab. Whoops, I failed it. That's because. And then you've got the hole, which I prefer. It is a larger hole, so you've got to kind of be, you got to not do that, which I just did it twice. You got to get down towards the pill part and flip it from there. But that is going to be given away to the members. And then I've got a few other giveaways that we'll do as the night unwinds. And we have, I think Brother Grant might jump in and visit us. Got a couple other guests that might come in. But yeah, we'll just sit here and talk knives. And I know you've gotten a lot in, dude.
Dude, you got to get Ghost on here. Ghost, did you get did you get in on anything from the Medford Holiday Show?
Nope.
Dude, here's the thing. Like, I told earlier this summer, I was doing pretty good. And then it was just like, I just started buying and buying and buying and buying. And then I told myself I was done buying. I told my wife, I'm like, all right, holidays are coming up. Well, slow down. And I bought a couple more. And then I was like, all right, I'm done buying. And I forgot, oh shit, it's Black Friday. It's the Medford Holiday Show. I always get a Medford on the Medford Holiday Show the last couple of years. Oh, the Lamia's dropping. Oh, this is dropping. Oh, this is, and I just texted a custom maker just now. God, that dropped a couple today. I'm such an idiot.
No, the struggle's real, dude. I've done the same thing. I've got stuff coming in that I don't fully remember what it is. I know I grabbed something on Black Friday, like at 3:00 this morning. It was one of those Boker A1 Tonto, reverse Tonto fixed blades. I don't need any more fixed blades, dude. It's craziness at this point. Ghost Malone, what is up, brother?
Yeah, send Ghost a link. I did not, and I was like, man, I've got a knife in my pocket. I wasn't even had no intention of buying, but the guy I bought another knife from hit me up and was like, dude, hey, this is available. And I'm so dumb. I'm like, I asked him about another knife he has. And he's like, oh, it's going to be this much. And I really, really want it. And I'm like, what's $300 here or there? And I should have bought that instead. I bought this one. I'm completely happy with it, but I'm just, man, I'm stupid. So
hey, I bought a fucking bougie light today. Not a bougie light, but just a Focusrite.
Dude,
an F3, I think it is.
Louis, I hear you, man. It's that time, but I knew it was coming, and I kind of wanted, because I got in on that Hinderer card series drop last year, which I think is really cool. It's a cool collection piece, and I held it for like 6 months, 8 months, and I sold it with all intended purposes, because I bought it knowing like, okay, I'm gonna have this room where I can display cool shit. But I'm like, man, there's like 52 of these stupid knives. They're all, and my buddy was like, you gonna go for it? They look really good this time, and they were full tracks, but they dropped at the exact same time as the Lamia dropped. I'm like, man, I'd rather have the Lamia, So,
well, I was in Nashville last weekend, tempted with a lot and dropped a lot. Not in big amounts, but just a couple of really good fixed blades that I was after. And then with Black Friday sales. I'm surprised I've not stumbled on, because I'm surprised that they're staying in stock longer than they normally do. But the XM18 spear points, because I don't have one of those yet. But I've seen them sitting there at USA Made Blades and at Patriot, and just haven't felt the need. But I'm trying to think what I'm kind of seeking right now. There are a couple of things, but I just can't remember them off the top of my head. They'll come to me. What is up, Michael? Blah, 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 blah. Done it before, can't figure out. Can somebody put up a link to join members? The easiest thing to do, Michael, is for me when I would join is to just use Safari and not let it pull up my YouTube app. And then in Safari, you can go to my page, and then what's up, Devo? And yeah, guys, and there's Devo right here, a dude I hang out with on IG, has got a bunch of stuff available that I want to make sure you guys are aware of, because he's selling off some pretty cool fixies and stuff. Good sharpening system. I think it's a KPL, or what? Not KPL. What are they called, Steve?
The what?
What are the sharpening systems with a K?
KME.
KME. Yeah, like a KME.
Sorry, I'm looking at a video of a knife he sent me, trying to figure out if I want to buy it or not.
Oh, no worries, dude. I get it.
When I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, I love that one," and it's not my style at all. Like, but it's so blingy, so flashy. I'm like, I kind of dig it, and I'm kind of digging. You start getting into these. You start diving down the world of like custom knives, and you're like, oh shit. And
I can't do that. I was nervous jumping on this focus light, and I'll tell you, when I unboxed it, and I really wasn't sure how to work it. But now that I've started messing with it, I really, really like it. And I'll show it off to you guys when I do an overview or a review. But basically, it's got this soft feature where you can hit it once, low, medium, high, low, or that's high, low, what? Low, medium, high, low, medium, high. And then whatever I click it on, it'll stay on, right? Mm-hmm. So now when I click it again with the memory, it's going to come back to that high. Well, I just went past that and put it on medium. But anyway, really light as an LIGHT, and not weighing a lot. And I enjoy it. It's pretty cool. But Lefty was just texting me that there's some sale at Blades and Beam. I apologize, guys. Buying knives is a fucking real deal.
I know. I'm in here. I told myself, like, I saw this knife 2 days ago, and he'd posted pictures of 4 knives. Custom maker, New York area somewhere. And I'm just like, man, they all look cool. And this one is bougie as shit. Like, but it's just freaking cool. And it's got a Damascus blade and with a CTX core. So, right, it should be a little bit more usable in my mind. I'm trying to tell myself, how can I use a Damascus blade? Looks a little smaller than I like, but it's just such a, I don't know. Sometimes shit just speaks to you. Like, I'm not a Damascus type of bougie scale guy. And
Lord Needham, according to Lefty, Blade and Beam. I've never been there. So Google Blade and Beam and see if it's a store. I'll check it out right now.
So
go ahead, brother. I'm listening to you.
No, I was just like, and I get caught up in the like, he's a one-man band, he does everything himself, except right now he doesn't do the hard, like he doesn't do the pivot or the thumb studs. I'm just like, man, that's so, like, the respect that someone can do that blows me away, where you want to have that a piece of their art,
That's exactly how I feel about not only Jason, but like Colin McGuire now that I've seen his stuff. So this is where I guess Lord Needham, the sale is on some of these lights that they carry. And this is the one that he said is on sale for $138. I might grab one of those. I need to figure out more what the difference is. But what I wanted to share with you guys too while I'm sharing, and this is where I usually crash the stream, so I apologize if I do. So this is Colin McGuire,
They're everywhere.
The dude whose knife I just shared. Let me pull it up. Boom, boom, boom. And if I was you guys, I have no affiliation with him at all, but I would go follow him. He's a maker up in Rhode Island. I met him at Blade Show 2023. And then, because I saw this knife here, one like that, right? But look at these Damascus that he does, Steve. And these are his own. He talks about each of them. Like if we click on this one, I guess it's 1084, 15N, 20 Damascus that he makes, that he forges.
Yeah. Like,
but he's got other knives styles besides the one. But I mean, I find stuff like this, especially this knife, just absolutely 45 layer twist in 1084, 15N, 20. I don't know what that means, but that's the result.
Three-inch blade. Looks like 7 inches overall. Kind of small.
And I asked him when he comes back with this, I definitely would like one of these. Because he says he just gets in these moods and does stuff. He had slip joints at the show. Very nice slip joints. They were a little bit out of my range, but I would just give this guy a follow if you guys like cool shit. It's Mag 10 Knife Works. And he does custom stuff, and he does, drops. I want one of these shorty guys. I was trying to find.
Guys, I get the addiction. Like the Spyderco's had a killer deal on.
Everything on Spyderco is cheap right now.
And like the Crewwear one is like $140. I'm like, I almost bought one. I'm like, wait, I'm about ready to spend a shit ton of money this weekend.
And I was tempted with a pair of 3 just to mod it, and then I thought better.
I started looking at scales too. I'm like, well, just wait. I've got too much shit to carry as it is. Like,
what's up, Crispy? Crewwear. I've been on the other screen, guys.
Like I said, I finally got this room together. Kinda. Still kind of a shit show. I just made a video on it, like a walk around 4 walls. But like, we kind of organized our closet a little bit different, and I took one of the shelves in the closet, and I just kind of like, I've always wanted my knives close. Like, if I have everything downstairs, it's safer here in case there was a fire or something, right? It's a concrete safe room, right? But man, when you want to go get a knife, I got to walk downstairs, beep, 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 punch in the code, get a knife. I want my stuff accessible. And I put some of them out, and my wife was like, that's kind of excessive, don't you think? I'm like, you should see the shit downstairs, and there's a drawer in the laundry room full of shit too. I'm like, God dang.
Crewwear is the best. They're all over the board. The one I picked up in Nashville in 154, this one with carbon fiber, I want to say was $350, but again, handmade, USA, made by one dude, but they're all over the board. Go ahead, dude. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted
to. No, I'm just staring at this knife that I saw 2 days ago for the first time in my life and decided I think I'm going to buy that. And it's still available. I almost bought a different one because it was like a little bit cheaper. And I'm like, all right, do I need this knife? No. Do I kind of want it? I kind of do.
I watched them people. Well, I don't know if you were here last Friday, Scotch, but I was at Jeff A to Z EDC, and I got there early. because they were going to comp me VIP tickets because I won one of the giveaways last year, and somehow they didn't have my address. It got mailed somewhere else. No big deal. And so we got there, went in, talked to them, got our VIP things, and then just went out and got in line, right? And these dudes came afterwards, this guy and his wife, and made this big scene. I wish I'd filmed it. And we're just bitching about, we've been here since like 3 o'clock camping out. We were over there, and the bar was over there. But I don't know where they were. I didn't see them. It was clear where you stand to get in. So anyway, a whole nother
I
story.
heard you and Lefty. Were you talking? Oh, you were talking about this with Pocket Metal on Monday.
Yeah, maybe I was. Exactly. But then when we went in,
starting shit, or
well, he was just asserting, and I should have said something. I could tell A to Z, who's a much bigger guy, was getting ready to say something to him, but didn't. It was just easier because his wife was real mouthy too to let him in. And it was more entertaining to walk behind them to see what their game was. Cause he was not from E-Knives. He had a shirt on, but I didn't pay attention to what it was. But I followed him and his loudmouth wife to the Demco table, and we were in line. And I saw some of the hound. I see them now show up on the secondary. I think Arizona Custom Knives has one. E-Knives might have one, but they were like $2,500 hand ground, bougied out, titanium scaled, 80. What's the short one called? The little small one? 80-20?
The 80-20 is, well, the 80-20 is big, but then they made smaller ones. I know for Blade Show.
I think it's an 80-22 or something. Maybe it's something like that. But whatever the deal was, it is tomorrow crew wear. He's giving away a blah blah blah. I've got one. TS Prof sharpener. And I'll be on there with him on Off the Edge. And I think it's 845, but I'm not sure. Let me see if he's got a code at Blade and Beam. The easiest thing to do, Lord Needham, because he's such a, let's do this real quick. He's such a link dude. Let's go to his YouTube. I want to go with you. Hold on. I'll pull it up and share it. And I have a link tree, but I haven't populated it. I've got to do a lot. I've got to put new playlists that I've come up with. I've got all kinds of work to do on the channel. I apologize, but let's go to Lefties. And then if we go to his...
Anyone but want to buy a knife?
His link tree... What was the name of that light company? I'm looking for it. I got it right here. Wubin. If he doesn't have one yet, he will have one, because he's the master of going and talking to these companies. I don't see it in here. That Blade and what was it called? I'll see if he's got a code. Hold on. Blade and Beam. Sorry, guys. Helping the Lord out.
I'm just trying to decide how much money I want to spend tonight.
Is it something you can flip?
Probably not. I mean, he's a new custom maker.
Lord, I put but yeah, Lefty's got an expansive link tree. But I've got a message to him right now, and we'll let you guys know. Let you know, yo. But I picked this up after watching the guy in front of me break out close to $20,000 with his wife handing him crisp hundreds because he was buying a shitload of what was left just to obviously go sell it. But this is the little slicer in 20 CV. Just pretend it's got a black aluminum handle. This is just what they were offering at Nashville, that pattern. And dude, it is good. It's probably my favorite Demco Like if you look at it next to a 20.5.
Louis, I got a Chavez. I've got a new XOM.
How do you like that?
The XOM.
Mhm.
Like it's cool, but it wasn't. I bought it. I played with it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm never going to carry this. I've got a user Strider SMF, still in great shape. Just some marks on the blade. I might sell. I've been thinking about selling my Monkey Edge frag pattern Hinder XM18. I might. I still got this DSK. I'm on the fence. Like I love this knife. Custom one off. I don't know. I need to go through my stuff. I need to sell a bunch. Like looking at a shelf in my closet that has 30 knives on it. They're all pretty high dollar.
Ian,
I've got a bunch more here, and then another stupid drawer full in the laundry room full of knives. Like it was like I need to clean house. I need to thin some stuff out. Like just dumb. Because I don't want to be that guy that all of a sudden I've got. Well, someone made a comment on a video. I kind of talked how much I spent on knives last year, and I wasn't going to do like even talk about that this year because I was trying to spend less, and I think I've spent more. And I'm going to get yelled at by my accountant and then my wife. Scotch and Things. What's the best starter strider? Hold on one second. And then what was I?
you were talking about your selling video like you did last year, talking about how much you spent versus what you sold.
Yeah. And then it's like, I need to almost get to a point like where Dave was, where he had like a 40 knife limit. And if he wanted to buy one had to go. Like, it's cool. I get it. Like, I'm a collector. I'm a user, but I'm also a collector, and everything gets carried. But the frequency of some of the stuff that gets carried compared to others, like there might be a knife I carry once a month compared to something I'm carrying, multiple times a week. So I don't know what the answer is. Really, I go over this. I talk about it all the time.
Dude, we all do it in some form or fashion.
With it. So
if you're a true enthusiast, and I'm not saying that you can't be an enthusiast and not have buying problems. I think a lot of us have buying problems. I speak for myself that I want to grab the next thing because I want to check it out. Right. Yeah. I'm attracted to it. So you just get in different levels of where you're comfortable playing, and it can quickly amass, right? Because there's always things dropping.
Crew wear is the best. He said, what's the best starter strider? I almost bought one at CCKS and any of the productions, are a great starting spot because you're not going to lose money on them. Like this SMF, it's just a production. It's different because it's got the H2 G2 scale, which is just a higher grade aluminum. But be it aluminum or the G10 scales, I mean, all the steel Strider uses are great. Their heat treats are great. It's just kind of going like, all right, what do you want? Like a tiger stripe blade? Do you want a stonewash blade?
What are the different sizes? Because I saw the ones I sent you a picture of. It looked like they kind of range in a few different sizes.
It's I'd have to run upstairs to get the XL. So the XL is bigger than the SMF.
Is the SMF the smallest that you can get?
The SMF is the next biggest. The SNG, you guys haven't seen this unboxing yet. The SNG is smaller, right? And you see the size difference here.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the PT, which would be like the PT would probably be
like PT 207 from
like a small. It's like a small Sabenza size. And now they just came out with the JVA, which is in between the PT and the SNG. And they had a drop on those today too, and I got skunked on that. So my buddy. So really,
where do you go to those drops? Just to their play?
their page. So, all right, I'm gonna give you guys a trick. Okay, here is people bitch about missing Strider routes because they're like every other drop. They're gone in seconds. Strider has pretty much been pretty good about Friday drops. They used to just drop random. You didn't know. You kind of they would start teasing pictures and you didn't know when, what time. And they've gotten better. It's Fridays at 2 p.m. Western, so like noon Central Time. No, I'm sorry, noon West, whatever California time is, Western
And like
Pacific,
2 our time.
Pacific time, which would be 2 Central, 3 Eastern. And they're pretty good almost every Friday. They get a little lean when they're running into a show, because they're building up stock to take to a show to sell. But so follow their Instagram and they'll kind of tease stuff through the week, what's coming up. And then, but go to their website, just mixedstridercustomknives.com, mixedstrider knives.
Sign up. I'm sure they've got a newsletter.
No, but
No.
you got to sign up to, I don't know what, it's just always in my phone. So let's see what the website is.
I'm getting the bug. I just traded one of my nicer knives.
mixedstridercustomknives.com is the website. And you can't just go to the website. You can't see the drops unless you have an account and you're logged into the account at the time of the drop. So go to Mixed Strider Custom Knives, make an account, put in all your
shipping information, stuff like that.
Yeah, shipping info. They have a credit card thing, but they don't let you enter a credit to save a credit card on file. And then the day of the drop, 5 minutes, go log in, and because you won't, and then it just says shop available knives. So at like noon,
if you're there, grab and go.
They drop them, and they'll kind of sprinkle them in. Sometimes they have more than one. They'll drop one version and then the next version, but usually it drops at like noon, and you can't see it unless you're logged in. You have an account and you're logged in. So
what's the starting price of just any of them? Like your lowest tier to get in, your lowest cost of entry, $750 or is it more?
An SNG. Man, I'm trying to remember the prices now. $600, $590. I think it's like $595, and I think they charge you like $15 shipping.
Cool.
Same thing. SMF is like around the same price, and then get into like if it's special, like if it's a performance version, then it's around $700. Every once in a while, they'll drop some customs on there
that are much, much, much higher.
Mm-hmm. But still considerably cheaper than you'll get secondary pricing.
Forrest SLR, what is up, brother? Let me show some of you guys what we're going to give away. The channel member giveaway is pinned up at the top of the comment tree. So all you have to do is leave a comment there. You don't have to be here later when we draw for that. That's going to be this Tucson. But then I'm also going to chill out. I don't know how yet. Where'd it go? Well, that one might be given away. Nope, there it is. Giving away the Ferrum Forge Pro X, which is a great little knife. It's got a flipper, a little bit smaller than the Stinger, but it has a great forward finger choil, super slicey blade, liner lock. We're going to give that away. We're going to give away this little guy, which was that Amazon knife that I featured that was, I think, $27.
Jesus, Louis got 300 knives.
That I bought just on a whim, but it's a really good knife, sharpened up, really good, D2. And then we're going to give away.
I have a rider on my policy.
My CJRB Echo. So that's just going to be for anybody in the chat. as long as you're just subscribed. Maybe we'll go over to Scotch's channel and leave some comments over there. Make sure y'all subscribe there.
Dude, I'm gonna like you always hear about in the buy sell trade. You know, it's always something's getting lost or stolen in the mail, right? Guys will post a picture and it's a box that's torn open and the knife's gone. You know, is it a scam? Are they just trying to screw the person they bought it from? I know I've had packages that have gotten to me where I thought, oh,
subscribe.
shit, is the knife in there? Today, I went to the mailbox, got the mail. I had a knife in the mail. And my wife had a pack. She'd ordered something, and bang, it's just empty. It was just empty. And stamped on there was like, I can't remember what the stamp said from the post office.
Where it changed weight somewhere during the way?
Shipping with nothing, or shipping with nothing in the package or something like that. So I asked her, she was at her parents driving kids around, dropping whatever. I'm like, what have you ordered? I mean, God, every day there's freaking, you know, with a wife and 4 daughters, it's like I should have an Amazon warehouse just next door to me for how much shit I get. I'm like, what did you order recently that I said it didn't get here? It got swiped. And it was just a Christmas tree skirt, you know, to put around the Christmas tree. But I'm like, if someone's stealing that, and it came from Iowa, so for it to get to where I am, and went probably Iowa, Omaha, Lincoln, then me, like, who's stealing a Christmas tree skirt? Like, so think of these packages that they're traveling cross country, like how many people are touching them or whatever. And
I think people just are opportunists. They don't know what they're getting. You know, some people are like,
you're a postal worker, right? Like once it gets scanned in, no one else is touching that except a postal worker. And I'm just surprised that there's that much theft in the postal system.
So, Michael, if you can get to a browser that's not the YouTube app, on Apple, it's really even harder. You've got this little join button here. It's just a channel membership, and there's several tiers in there. But just the basic tier, I think, is $1.99, and I release all my videos directly to members when I stage them out. Not that's much, but I do the channel member giveaways. But you don't have to be a member ever to get into the giveaways that we're going to have. We're going to have other giveaways too. Like this right here, all you have to do is be in the chat, and the other ones I pointed out.
What, so you kind of had a bad experience, not a bad, but you saw a douchebag at the show.
Well, I watched a douchebag who was a douchebag.
People or just videos I've watched of douchebags at shows. I think all those stories are out there. Because I'm going to Blade Show, Texas. It'll be my first show. I'm excited, and
thank you, Crew Air.
Really, I'll stand in line to try and get a Strider, and then I got really nothing else. I'm just going to kind of wander around, and I just want to kind of see what it's like, you know. So.
Now, Strider wasn't there. The only table
at Blade Show, Texas, or
no, this is Nashville.
In Nashville.
Yeah, but Greg was, and he didn't have any traffic to his table. The only traffic, everybody that seemed to be a buyer that was there for, I call it nefarious purposes. Not really. They're just running a business. But he was an asshole cutting in line, because that's what I think he did. But then just ran to the Demco table, and that's where the line was. Everybody else had free reign when VIP opened. And when the doors opened, the line was still at Demco's table, nobody else's. And there were other, you know, really good makers there, not Strider.
I think because Demco's still one of those knives that have drops, but they still sell out pretty quickly.
They do, and I'm going to tell you,
resellers can buy them up and sell them, right?
I had a 30-minute conversation with him. He didn't have to talk to me just to find out about the arcade that licensed the Shark Lock. And he did verify that they're made in the same company in Taiwan. And that was part of his condition to licensing it. He wanted to make sure that it was executed properly. But he's a really nice guy. And his son was there. really nice little gentleman, younger guy who was working all the transactions. And he was like swamped. But they're a family business that makes really top end things, and I support him. I'm glad to see him have that kind of success. I don't think it's excessive. I think the people that come in maybe and manipulate the market, for lack of a better term, by buying and immediately just going to sell, that's what they're doing. Um, if you're shady like this guy, which I think he was shady because he was just an asshole, I wouldn't do business with him. I wish I'd seen his shirt, but I'm sure there are a lot of good people too, like E-Knives, who buy them. I see them on their site. They might be $100 more, $200 more, which is fair if you're going to travel to a show and pick up rare inventory that other people aren't going to have a chance to get, right? So I can see that.
Well, I asked because what California Custom Night Show was 2 weeks ago.
It was it was 2 weeks ago. It was the week
There was some
before
huge
next.
drama. I mean, there's always drama in the Strider group. It's like these guys act like their brother, and I love most of them, but it's like it's Strider will have a bunch of like they dropped like a monkey edge frag knife. Strider doesn't sell, only monkey edge can sell them, and they brought some brass or some copper ones, and I think table was like $800 on them. So usually there's like in the Strider world, there's usually like set secondary prices. He doesn't really have. He has dealers, but he doesn't really have dealers. So Monkey Edge sells. There's a Dead Mountain Knives is kind of a reseller. He gets knives from him, and there's this kind of agreed upon secondary pricing for their knives. And someone went to the show, got lucky. There was only like 40 of them at the time, and he put it up for like $2,400, and he just got raped. I mean,
Good.
yeah. And some guys were like, no price policing or this and that. Well, how come this guy can sell for $1,600? And it was like, I did a video on it and I never posted it. And I was like, well, $1,600 is kind of like Strider, because I talked to Monkey Edge one time about it. I'm like, what's the price? Like, is there any break on pricing? Like, you've got this knife, the table is this price, and you guys sell for this price. He's like, it's kind of this agreed upon pricing with Strider. Like, we will not sell it for under this price, and it kind of protects Strider's table price, and then it kind of protects the secondary pricing, and everything is just it's got this own ecosystem. Really.
But there are people that work outside of it because they're greedy and they're short termers.
There's people that try and to like game the system, and then you got the guys that act like they're all there for bud, they're bros, but it's like, dude, you're going to a knife show and you're buying up knives that you can resell, and you're putting them up for sale before the show's even over. So it's like, I mean, don't give me the crap like that your dog needs a tonsillectomy because you spent the money. And I also get it, because you spent the money, you went to the knife show, you bought the hotel, you bought the plane or the car ride out there, and you bought the tickets to get in, you stood in line. So yeah, you should make some money, but just be honest. Like, hey, I'm a knife flipper. Like, I'm going to flip this knife. If you want it, here's the price. I don't know.
Yeah, don't give me a song and dance about some.
Don't give me the song and dance. Don't give me the, one guy in the Strider group. And you got to be real careful, because this guy's a pretty popular. I don't know where I am on comments. What was the last comment? I think I'm way behind.
We're both way behind. I was going to address Ghost Malone and say, I used to be like that big time, but then when I found, and I'm not affiliated with NAFSAIL, but when I bought my first, I think it was a Griffin 2.5, I realized that a lot of reviewers are on there. They had really good ratings, and they're buying knives and literally just reviewing them and selling them. Not for more. I'll call people out. There was a dude in there trying to sell an MSI for $289, and his description said, he was a 5-star rated seller. His description said these aren't in stock, and they just dropped at GP and it's somewhere else for 189. And I messaged the dude and said, hey, bro, these just dropped again for 189, and it doesn't matter if they're in stock or not. If you're gonna, and I just basically policed his ass and checked him, but he's still got it now, I think, down to 220 or something. But it's still, don't buy stuff like that. But you'll find good stuff on there from people who are just reviewing it and they're not keeping it. They have to flip them. I'm missing a ton. I'm going to scroll up and see what all I missed.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I talk about all the time, and man, you should, like, I'm an idiot. I'm the guy that loses money on everything he sells. But I'm not in it to make money like some of these guys are. I'm in it because I just enjoy the not like nothing brings me more like I'm just surrounded by knives right now. I don't know. It's frustrating, and I feel bad for the guys that go to the show and spend the money and stand in line to get that one knife they really want, and they don't get it because some douchebag got it just so he can try and flip it. So
yeah, that's something that a community is full.
But it's like that with everything. I mean, everything that's collectible is like that.
Yeah, and a knife community is going to have your assholes, your people that people don't agree with. It's all kinds of people kind of coming together in this weird thing that we all kind of covet and collect or just use, whatever the case may be. And you're going to find those people, right? And I try to not let it make me think that the community as a whole is toxic. There are toxic elements to the community, right? And I think the community does a good job of policing itself. And guys, share any links that you want to make sure that you guys are representing your channels, stuff like that. I will pull up to see who's not got that moderator, see if anybody's in here that's not a mod that should be. Welcome, Maurice.
So, yeah, man, I'm excited to go. I'm like planning. It sucks because my buddy, he's more financially, like, we've been talking about going to a knife show forever, and then we thought about planning our golf trip around it because it would be very easy for us to go down to Texas. But we're bringing 2 new guys with us this year, and it's like, how'd you go hang out with a knife show? So my wife, who is very against me spending money on this goofy hobby, she's going to go with me. And I'm like, do you want to go to the show? And she's like, no, I'll just hang out at the hotel or go shopping or whatever. So I'm just going to go for one day. I think it's Friday, Saturday, or I don't even remember the dates. So I'm going to go plan on just one day for myself there at the show. And then we're just going to kind of take like a mini vacation and just kind of hang out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Dude, that'll be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Dallas-Fort Worth, there's a lot to do there. Don't go down to Deep Ellum. That's where all the late night clubs are.
Dude, we went.
I'm about to do a giveaway because everybody's been so patient and we're almost an hour in. So I'm going to do just a in the chat giveaway for this CJRB Echo. I should be able to find the box. Pretty much brand new. It passed the spine whack test. I did a review on it. That's about it. I like it. I chose the Pyrite and the mini Pyrite kind of as just because they were more, I guess, universal. But this is a great knife. So what we're going to do is we are going to, let me go to the StreamYard giveaway tool. Bear with me, kids. And we are going to in the chat, put in, let me think. No hashtag, all caps. Spelt like I did. I might have misspelled it. I'm not going to exclude winners when doing multiple draws because it's all random. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm setting it up. So I could exclude winners where you can only win once, but I'm not going to let you guys do that. The word is going to be...
I didn't realize. So we go down. Sorry, I'm talking over Javon while he's...
No, go ahead.
We go down to Texas for 2 weeks every year after Christmas, but we go down to the Corpus Christi kind of area, and we drag our fifth wheel down, and we just kind of hang out at the beach. And I didn't realize that on the way down, I tried to buy beer at a place one night, and they didn't. So, but is the stockyards like? And then we came back and one year we went through the stockyards and saw them bring the longhorns out, and Brant being Brant, because Brant is from that area. I hit him up earlier. I'm like, hey man, is Blade Show? I was on Blade Show Texas's website, and I'm looking at the dates and this, and they don't really give like a whole lot of information on where it is, or it just is like this building or whatever. And so I'm like, is it in the stockyards? And he just says, no, it's in the Coliseum or something, and he just sends me the website. I'm like, I can see the website. You live there. I'm asking him, and you've been there. I'm asking for some inside info, like, because I want to get my hotel booked. Is it by the stockyards? Is it, because that's kind of a cool area, like right, like the Cowboys and Ranger Stadium is close by, isn't it? And then there's the stockyards, and right, the stockyards has bars and restaurants, and I don't know. I'm just looking for some. Honestly, I wouldn't care, but I'm taking my wife so we can go do fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure. What city is it in? Is it in Dallas, Fort Worth? It's usually, I know the Nashville was at a hotel and the New York was at a hotel just in one of the conference rooms. Everybody throw Thanksgiving in there and we will draw for this Echo. And we've got a couple more regular giveaways. And then the member giveaway link is in the pinned at the top of the chat. You don't have to be here to be present. Just make sure you go leave a comment. Let's see how many people we got. Hold on. 44 entries, and we have 75 people in here. You guys throw in your Thanksgiving. Jeffrey Dawson just threw up a link. If you're on, you can pull up Blade Show Texas and probably pull them out.
I went to the website, and maybe I need to look better. I was just kind of flipping through it earlier. Oh, dude. I don't know.
Everybody just join and throw in Thanksgiving for the no hashtag needed. Just make sure y'all get in if you want in on this. U.S. mailing addresses, because it's a knife. It must be 18.
I just bought a custom knife.
I would think if they're having it there, you'll be walking distance.
Yeah.
Blade Show's at the Texas Convention Center.
Yeah. So is that in by the stockyard, or where is someone who's familiar with the area? I mean, I can Google all this and look, and I can even look when we drive down there this winter, but I was just kind of trying to.
I would think it would be, because most convention center, well, no, because Chicago's kind of pushed way out. Stockyard is about 5 miles north of the convention center, says Demon.
Okay, so not bad, because we'll have our own vehicle, so she can drop me off, or I'm not going to camp out overnight. I'm just going to stand in line. I'll get up a couple hours early, get in line. Like I said, if I can get a strider, there's a specific Strider custom I'm after. And if I can't get it, we'll see. And then I'm just going to kind of wander around and see who else is there and see what I just kind of want to see how it is. And I'm sure, I think 5 doors from that area. So I think he goes. I mean, I would love just to kind of like meet people, but
Yeah, there are a lot of people
like,
from that area, if I'm not
I'm not going to be
mistaken.
one of
They'll
those
probably
guys
be in that
running to
show.
tables. I just kind of want to check it out. Like, I
I
just
know
kind of
Jared
want
goes. I know I'm trying to think who else goes to Texas. I think Sharif goes. Maddie might be going. Let's see how many people we've got. So we've got 49 entries, guys, and there could be just 77 lurking, but I'll give y'all about 20 more, 30 more seconds, and then I'm going to draw for this bad boy, and somebody's going to win the first of the giveaways. And I appreciate all you guys. So we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good luck, guys. 2, 1. We going. I got to get my little notebook or I'll totally screw it up. Demonoc 13. And I know his address. I'm not going to dox him, but he was gifted something like 4 weeks ago because it's not in my little book anymore because I changed it. And it came back to me because I had the wrong apartment number on there. And I don't have who. All right, let's start right here. Congratulations, Demonoc. So, Brother Demonoc on the CJRB Echo. Demonoc, I'm going to give you my email address right now. Even though I've got you, just shoot me an email at.
What's Dark Gravity up to, man?
He's got a link. He's hopefully going to be able to jump in at some point. I know I'm sure today he and Lowe were in Huntsville probably buying like crazy. You know, they've got their little side business. He's got his side hustle that's really just jamming for him with that vintage clothing.
Yeah.
Just shoot me an email, Demonoc, but I've got you written down, buddy, and I'll get the box together. If I do it tonight, it may go out tomorrow. It may not be till Monday.
Jesus. Hold on. Sorry. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
NFK, go make sure, are you entered for the member giveaway? Because you don't have to be here to win that, brother. Maurice, we got more coming, buddy. Crewwear, I've been looking at them for some reason. They don't say where or who their OEM is. Not that matters, but it looks like a really cool knife on River's Edge Cutlery, but I've not tried it. Curious what people think. Demonoc is doing something kind for somebody, and he has elected to give his win to Brother NFK. So, Brother NFK 20, Nuts for Knives, shoot me your address, and I will make sure that you are the one that receives this knife, because Demonoc is paying forward some kindness to you, brother. Congratulations, Nut for Knives.
Yeah,
Let me throw my email back in here, and I'm going to bring up another guest. Let me type this in.
Sorry, guys. I'm just spending money right now.
You spend money because I'm about to bring Brother Jason Grant on to show us what he's been working on. I think I've got your address, Nut for Knives, but just shoot me an email. That way I will have, you will get tracking and all that good stuff. And it'll help me remember that Demonoc, let me just write it in here. DSKF'd it to you. All right, now I'm going to kill this, and I'm going to bring in Brother Grant, and I just missed something. Junior Miz, what is up, brother? Member for 1 month. Dude, I'm glad you're here. Make sure you get up there and register. Let me stop sharing. Let me bring Brother Grant to the stage. Can you hear me, Jason? You're muted, I think, buddy. I hate doing that to Jason when he comes in and he can't get his sound just right. But no, guys, that's just one down. We've got a couple more that we'll be giving away, and we might throw something else up there. Who knows? But anywho, let's see what I've missed. Plenty of Cheeto, what is up, my man? B Shady's in the house. Good to see you, brother. Pocket Metal, I sent you a link, my man. I hope you can jump in and join us. Let's see who else we got in here. Here comes Jason again. Hey, brother. I can hear you.
Cool. What's up?
Not much, man. I'm going to make you big so you can show off what you've been doing, what you got going for, what do you call this, Black Friday?
Black Friday, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I just wanted to stop by.
big.
Cool. I just want to stop by real quick and say hi and Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving and all that good stuff, you know?
Well, I appreciate it, dude. I'm thankful for you and what you've helped me really enjoy and just add to my collection and just watching you do what you do.
Cool. Well, today I posted, so I'm just trying to get rid of the couple J-Cals I had, and I posted them today at a reduced price. Had sold these 3 in about, I don't know, 5 minutes. And then I'm doing my trippers today only, and honestly, I'll probably do it tomorrow also.
Be right back.
What's
All right,
that?
buddy.
I'm gonna mute myself. I don't know where I'm going. Hold on.
He's buying knives.
Dude,
Cool. Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Just found a newer custom maker.
You there, Jason?
Yeah, I'm here. So
go ahead, brother.
I just sold these J-Cals for cheap, like $100, and I think I sold this, the Stairway to Heaven grind for $120, just so I can start fresh on Monday. I got some new ones I'm working on that I'm pretty excited about, and then I'm doing my trippers today for $160. That's $100 off the price on the website.
Guys, let me put something up here so you guys can.
In PVD black, so they're PVD coated black ones, or also I have the the darker gray ones also. Here, I'll grab one real quick.
Dude, that's a sick price. Under $200.
Well, I mean, I have knives made literally by the same OEM BezTech, same exact size that I paid $300 and something for. That's made by, look at a Vero. How much are those? $380. They're made by the same company that makes these with the same materials. I'm selling these.
And I can speak for that knife. I'm flicking one right now. Guys, if you like the look of that knife, it is a fantastic little flipper, folder, flicker, front flipper, and it's super sharp. For how much did you say it was?
$160 today, but I'm probably going to do $160 tomorrow too for people that maybe saw the post later today,
Yeah, just guys, just send a message, a DM to Jason if you're interested in what color you like.
And if they want,
let him know that happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and if they want brass pivot collars to match their gripper, just let me know and I'll send a set out for free.
Dude, that's awesome, man. That's a great deal.
Yeah, but really, I just wanted to come by, say hi, say I appreciate every one of you guys. Stoked, man. I was really excited, man. Woke up today, and I knew I would sell my J-Cals for how cheap I was selling them, but ended up selling quite a few trippers, so I'm super pumped on that. I just want people to get these little guys in their hand because I just feel like it got kind of went under the radar. I didn't push the reviews as much as I did on the gripper, you know, like the gripper. I reached out to every reviewer I could think of, and this one I got a little lazy on, but it's a cool
Jim
knife.
Miller's asking how many approximately you have left.
I've got a few. I've got probably 20-ish of these gray ones and probably 25 of the PVD ones left.
Awesome, buddy.
But then after, you know, I sell those, then we're on to the 3-inch gripper V2.
And that's so freaking sweet.
This one's going to be next level. It's going to be everything the gripper was in a smaller package, dude, with some bonus shit. You know?
Well, I'm definitely in on that. And I'm loving what you're doing with the J Cows, dude. I've got the little micro around my neck right now, and I love the Kill Bill. They're just, your knives are just next level, dude.
Well, I'm like on this little Skinner, you know, this drop point. Like, so like, I'm going to show you something real quick. So you see this knife I drew? I drew these this morning while I was drinking my coffee. But you see this little guy right here?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to make that knife and I'm going to sell it for around the same price as I do the J-Cals. There's a couple guys making knives like this, and they're all CNC cut out. Even the scales are done on a CNC. So that means the only thing that's handmade is the bevels, the grinds of the bevels, and the sharpening, and maybe if they acid etch it. 90% of the knife is made on a machine. I couldn't believe how much these guys are selling these knives for. It's just, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, I've always been kind of like, I don't want to overcharge people, just like I wouldn't do that with a tattoo. I won't do that with my knives. And I don't know. I just feel like my knives, they take a long time because I hand do everything. Like, all this stuff is cut on bandsaws, and you know what I mean? Like, in my garage.
Dude, I think you're at the point where you can look at what the market is offering in a lesser product, and you can adjust your prices accordingly. You know what your time's worth, and your quality and your design speak for themselves.
Right. And I think that's part of the reason why I've been selling them for such a good price, is because I'm just not confident yet. But dude, the stuff I've been doing lately, like, dude, like this one right here that I'm working on, and this is S90V. I mean, I have to sell this thing for a couple $100 because this steel costs twice as much, not twice as much, that's a lie, but significantly more than, say, S35VN. And because it's the steel everyone wants right now. 6 months ago, I could have bought the same steel for the same price I buy like CPM 154. You know what I mean?
But isn't it harder to work with because it's harder?
It is, but yeah, definitely harder to hand file, but it's not $150 harder to work with. That's what I'm saying. I've been seeing knives similar to the J-Cal in size, shape, and materials. And it's like, yeah, it is harder to work with, but not to justify charging $100 more because it's in S90V or MagnaCut. It's only a few dollars extra to make a knife go from S35VN to MagnaCut. So when these guys are charging $100 more because they're doing it in the hip, slick, and cool steel that everyone's fucking, you know, stoked on, like it's just, dude, they're ripping the knife community off, to be quite honest with you. They really are.
And a MagnaCut.
It's good to know, dude.
MagnaCut, great steel, you know, to the end user, but to the knife maker, dude, there's more negative reviews on working with MagnaCut than any other steel I've seen. Like, if you punch in MagnaCut fails, when it comes to making them, using them, decarbonization, warping, fucking, dude, just nightmare steel to work with. Because it hasn't been around long enough to know the facts and know how this shit's going to, like, work over time. Like, this stuff's been around for, I'm not sure, but over a decade. I know that much. S90V.
And it's a good material.
Well, it's a great material, and it's tried and true. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, brother.
If you guys are on Facebook or Instagram, sorry, check out O'Brien Blades. That's who I just bought that custom knife from. Dude, I found him, like I said, I literally just found this guy a couple days ago. And just
What's
his
his name?
passion like yours, Jason.
What's his name? I want
Like
to check him out. I like.
Robert, his name's Robert O'Brien, and his the Facebook and Instagram is O'Brien Blades. Just guys like you guys, I mean, just that you see their passion, and you can't not help like root for people like you guys, just that have that passion, and you get a one, it's they just do everything themselves,
Yeah,
you know.
and
I
I think
mean,
I think knife makers should get paid. But when I see a guy and he gets a little bit of a following, he gets 20,000 followers, and he, 2 years ago he was selling knives for the same price I'm selling them, but now that everyone wants them, they're double the price. And I'm like, dude, you're doing less work now than you were then, because now you're having everything, CNC'd, your scales, dude. You don't hand finish shit except maybe the bevels. Guys are even having the bevels CNC machined in now.
like it's crazy. Like the more I get in this hobby, like you find a guy like this, or like he does everything in house except for, like I said, his pivot,
Right,
and
right.
he's got the equipment. He just hasn't had time to start making his own. That's just cool, man. When you find guys that you guys are just, it's the passion, it's the look, I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I just love knives, and I love the people in the knife community. And when I see, I don't know, dude, I just get so upset, dude, when like, I don't know, man. Like I just see people and they start getting a name, because I've been in it for a minute, right? Not as long as a lot of you guys, probably either, maybe you guys included. But I've always liked knives. For 30 years I've been tattooing. I've always liked knives, not like I've been in the last few years, but to see people like, just, it's crazy, dude. Some of these guys I followed a couple years ago, where you can get like a custom fixed blade knife for $200. Dude, I looked up a knife today. A couple years ago, it was $200. Dude, the guy's charging $425 to $600 for one of them, and it's the same knife he was selling 2 years ago. I actually my
Drew's
buddy
the
knows.
best. He is on Instagram. O'Brien Blade 7. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna check him out. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I get upset when I see knife makers like, they've made it, right? They got all these followers and they sell out in 3 minutes, and next thing you know, their knives that were this price are now this price. And they're like, oh well, supply and demand. It's like, well, the more you make, the more you have made, the cheaper the cost. Like that's how this shit works. Like the bigger the order, the more they save on that order. So you can't tell me that it costs more to make more knives when I know it costs less because I've already made them.
Dude, that's why, I mean, and you text me several times a week showing stuff that you find that's just kind of sus. And I appreciate that
Yes.
about you, dude. You're transparent. You definitely should charge more for your knives or get to that place. But I don't think, like you said, you'd ever feel comfortable ripping the community's head off because the demand was so high.
No, and like my goal is to charge like, the same price everyone else that's not totally ripping people off. I want to get there, but I've only been doing this a year. But dude, the last few knives I've made, I will say, are at the level of quality I would expect if I paid, say, $200 for this knife right here, right? Like I can truly say, when I look at this and I measure thickness behind the edge, consistency from sharpening choil to tip, and it's within a thousandth of an inch all the way behind the edge. I mean, that's pretty precise doing it in my garage.
Dude, that's great. I mean, and the ones, your earlier JCals, to me, who was just a user, were perfection because they're art, dude. They're cutting art.
Yeah, and then I always try to mix it up. And have you seen these new cool little steps I've been doing on the finger choils / sharpening
No,
choils? You haven't seen these steps?
no, that looks sick, dude. Do you have that on Instagram? Have you posted that?
Yeah, look at this one, dude. What? See the stairs?
Yeah.
Look. They're like steps. down the choil. Now, this is
Dude,
one of
it's
my
the
first
details
ones.
that make the difference. I mean, that's something that no one.
How's the Stairway to Heaven grind? So it's called the Stairway to Heaven because the deeper you get, the closer to God you get.
I love it.
Because the deeper you get, the closer to God you get. Some will understand.
I like it. Welcome, Michael. Go definitely leave a comment in that video that's pinned up at the top because we're going to do that giveaway after a while. Welcome, Michael. Go definitely leave a comment in that video that's pinned up at the top. Dude, I love seeing your stuff.
Yeah, this is the one I drew the other day. I'm working on right now.
Dude, I love seeing your stuff. That one's just keep me in mind for that one.
Yeah, this one's the S90V. It's thinner blade stock, brother, than I usually use. See how thin that is? In compared to like,
Yeah, I'm very interested in that particular one. I know you'll forget, but I'll send you a DM.
And then I'm gonna also do this bad boy right here. And this one will have all the disco jimping and the hand filing and all that good stuff.
You're an artist, dude. You've definitely got the shit going on.
Look at, okay, this is a custom I made for someone. I wouldn't normally make a knife like this, okay? But someone asked, so, I got to keep people happy, right?
Dude.
That's
Captain
cool.
America, what the fuck?
Dude, what kind of grind is that? Is that Stairway
I
to
don't
Heaven?
know, dude. I just made it up, man. I have no idea. I know that it's a hollow grind back here on a 12-inch wheel and a full flat up front, and I swedged it out and also gave it a Stairway to Heaven step. So it steps down from the hollow grind to the flat grind. The whole blade stock gets thinner.
Dude, that is next freaking level.
Look at that sharpening choil. Nailed it on this one, dude.
And look at the little point. That's a splinter picker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. I have been getting better. Remember I told you like sharpening was my least favorite part of the process? I've definitely been stepping up the sharpening, dude.
Dude, that looks beautiful.
Look at the edge on it, though, dude. I mean, because the knives I send you come right off the grinder sometimes. I tell you, too. Like, you're going to have to touch these up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But
dude,
not
that
everyone
edge
likes...
looks great.
Not everyone likes to sharpen knives, so I've really been like, dialing in the sharpening, dude. I really have. They're a lot different than they were, say, 2 months ago.
Dude, you progress so fast, and that is a sick looking custom.
Ooh, do the fucking cry bar.
I love that. Is that sold?
Yeah, I did sell this one today, but I got that mini one for you still. Yeah, the cry bar, look, it's got the chisel grind, dude. Look at what?
I love that. That is so sick, dude.
Chisel grind. I like these because they're so easy to sharpen. You just got to nail one side. And then what I do for the flat grind side, flat grind, but the flat side, I just basically run it almost flat on the strop just to polish that edge.
Yep.
So you only have to really worry about this. You know what I mean? You still got to go back and forth and get a little burr if it's super dull. But,
Dude, I love that. I love the way that tip.
I got this one for you. I got to finish it, though. Remember, I got you the little one.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll get this.
No rush, dude. Like I told you, that's at your leisure.
And this little dude's pretty sharp, too, I think. No, not as much. Oh, this one's off the grinder. That's why I haven't sharpened this dude yet. Oh, yeah, you can see on the back. See how there's no... It's a little polished.
I love it, dude.
Anyways. But, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Dude, I love that you stopped by and you share this stuff with us. I think it's a real treat.
Well, I love that you...
5-door.
Let me come in,
Absolutely, guys. I'm going to leave this Jason's IG on here. because how much? Where did you say they were going? The tripper?
160 it's $100 off the price on the website, which is I think they're $250 plus $10 shipping. 160.
Yeah, don't go to the website. Just
No.
go to Brass Brigade on IG and message him.
Yeah, you just PayPal, Venmo. I think I even had a couple people do Zelle, but yeah, that's all. And then everyone that ordered a knife today, if there's anyone watching your little live stream right now, they'll ship tomorrow.
Dude, that's awesome, buddy. You always get them out quick.
Well, I got a new way of actually, because I'm so like ADD and so fucking me. So now when someone orders a knife, as soon as I receive the payment, I just address the envelope, write the little description on. There's a little part I write, what knife, and I just address them as they come in. And then the next day I just put them in the envelope, tape them up, and then ship them. So yeah, it took me a whole year to figure that move out.
Hey, dude, it takes a while. Believe me, I get it. When you have a cluttered mind like we do, we did the best we can, right?
Yeah. But
I love you, brother.
I love you too, guys, man. Thank you.
Man, have a great weekend and reach out to me if I can help you with anything.
I will, man. Thank you guys so much, man. Have a good weekend.
You too, brother.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Five Door, you're in Texas, right?
Where are you? Where'd you go? There you are. Hold on. That was awesome. This is the little tripper that I don't know if you guys can see it on the table. Let's do a size comparison real quick, because if you guys have a gripper, it's a much, much smaller knife. But if you compare it to like another one of my faves,
Steve, how'd you do this Black Friday weekend buying knives? I spent some money.
Right about the same size, a little bit narrower than the.
I'm going to Batesville, Texas, 5 Door.
What up, 5 Door? But yeah, $160 for one of these made by Best Tech. And that's an aggressive Tonto too.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking about the one I'm wearing. Is this little guy right here that he made me? Dude, that is a sick little slicer with flat grind, with Ultim handle. And then I got something really weird in today. Check this out.
Is that the Wii one? Is it the...
It's a Civivi version of that Wii. It's called the, I want to say Thelonious. I'm probably saying it wrong. This is the aluminum handled one. Jared Nees has got a real good video on it where he actually punches this into plywood. But it's, I got it just because I appreciate the design. It's so weird, and I wasn't going to buy it as a Wii, but I think this one in aluminum, which was one of the Civivi higher end ones, was like $93 or something. And then G10 was $63, which is just as nice. Same 14C blade. But I've kind of enjoyed playing with it. I haven't cut myself yet.
Steve, which
really well.
Which Luther did you get?
What's that?
Oh, Steve Clare he's got a Luther and a Rogovitz in the mail.
Oh, sweet. Dude, I've got so much stuff that I'm embarrassed to say. I don't even know necessarily what's coming. But I've got to stop.
I know. I'm not trying to be good. I've got the Rogovitz that's supposed to be here before Christmas that I have to finish paying off. From what I spent, it's all relative, so it's all fine.
Jeffrey, that is an absolutely amazing month. Canto McNeese, I would love that. The Shift 3.0 and the Lamia. That is awesome. Awesome, Greg. Eat it up, buddy. I'm going to check something back here behind the scenes just because I'm an addict and I want to make sure there's nothing that's popped up in the last 15, 20 minutes. Nope.
What do you hope
We're
that's
good.
dropping?
I've got to quit doing that. What I've noticed is at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the mornings when I can't fall asleep, I'll just start browsing sites. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Dude, that T4 looks crazy. I should have brought my Rogue if it's down. Dave did some work on it, so I didn't have to send it into him.
I'm getting ready to send him a few more knives. He's just blown me away with what he does.
I can't wait till he gets his machines figured out and he can start trying to make his own. God
He'll
damn.
kill it, dude. He will absolutely kill it.
Oh, I know. I told him, sorry, you guys. He's getting 000. I'm getting 001.
All right, we're going to do a fixed blade giveaway for this little guy. I did a review on it the other day. It's a great little knife I picked up on Amazon. The clip is a ripoff of a clip that I just bought. I'm waiting for it to come in. It's a
5-door. What happened to it?
What 5-door say? Oh,
guess
let me
it's
go back and get that. But anyway, it's a great clip. That's why I bought it, because the clip on Amazon, the real one, cost $35, and this knife was, I want to say, 28. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to the StreamYard tool. And I'm going to go back. Let's see what it'll let me do here. Choose a live stream. Put in a word. All caps. I'm going to share it with you guys. Must be in the continental U.S. Must be 18. You know the drill. And show Satu Dave some love. We should have gone to his page, but that would have probably embarrassed him, so I don't want to do that. I want to respect Brother Satu. But yeah, you guys, put Satu Dave in the chat for the little fixed blade. We've got another one coming. I just know Maddie is going live. Let me pull something else up while y'all do that. Hold on, guys. And if I crash it, I'll be back. It always gives me military time. Coming up in 83 minutes. All right, that's all I need to know. So is anybody throwing Satu Days in there? Am I just not seeing them in the chat? There they are. Bluminati Ninja gifted a membership. Thank you, buddy. Let me pull up this and see who needs to go register. Who is the beneficiary of your generous gift? Let me find it here. Bonk, bonk, bonk. For some reason, these do not run down together. It looks like we had another gifted membership. Cheeto gifted Jason Rogers was the recipient. Thank you, Cheeto. And Jason Rogers, you are gifted a membership. You are now a member. If you're still in here, go leave a comment in the member giveaway. And let me find... Bluminati got Plenty of Cheeto a membership, and Plenty of Cheeto paid it forward. You guys are awesome. So, guys, everybody go register. Stephen Wallace, what's up, man? Everybody throw Satu Daves in there. Yeah, this is a little neck knife. This is this guy right here. And it came in when I unboxed it. It was a little dull in my review. You can see I put just a nice little edge on it by hand, and it's killer. It's got a great sharpening choil, G10 and D2. And I'll throw in on this one, I'll throw in the Wii 2 or the Civi Wii little knife roll. So that'll kind of be both of those. Let me write this down, because I will forget. And I will ask you guys to remind me in the email, but it's my responsibility. So this is going to be the and the tool roll. And stickers and swag will come in all these giveaways. So what's up, Rob? Carco, what is happening, brother? Y'all throw Satu Dave in the chat. No hashtag needed, just all caps. If you're just joining us. If you be just joining us. And make sure everybody that's a channel member leaves that comment in the pinned video, because that's what we will be giving away the Tucson later, and you do not have to be present to win that. I'm going to minimize this. I can tell that we need an intervention on Scotch and Things, because he is buying. What are you shopping for, buddy?
I am, hopefully after today, no more money.
I love it. You guys are getting to see how it really goes down, how nice people really just where
it is. My wife's like, it's like you're searching for something.
Trying to fill a hole. What's up, Hinder Collector? Trying to fill a hole is what my 12-step program would say, but I don't look at it that way. I look at it kind of as and I've started trading I made my first trade really, so I haven't just started trading, but yeah, it's a very healthy addiction, if you're going to call it that. Let's just keep it at that.
I heard
we got 53 entries. We got 76 people in here. I'm going to give it about 60 more seconds. I'm going to start sharing. Boom, boom. Because, guys, you know me, I am unfortunately not very good at multitasking. Someone give it about a minute, and everybody throw a Satu Dave up there. And then we're going to roll this bad boy. I agree. I was eating a Hinderer every day and a half.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's where I was when I kicked about 6 or 7 years ago. I weaned down, and then I was sick for about 60 days. Well, I was really sick.
I agree, Steve Claire.
For 30. And then, like, I couldn't sleep through the night because I had restless leg syndrome for like 90 days. It was horrible. Michael got in with a Satu Dave. Sweet. Steven, what's up? Stephen Claire. It does. It's the dopamine of the incoming, waiting for it. You know, it's just a whole thing. It's just kind of nuts. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to pull for this. I'm going to give it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good luck, everybody.
I think so, Mateo.
Sharp Guy ATX. Congratulations, brother. Let me throw my email in here real quick. I should have this more programmed somehow. I should be able to do this thing better, especially because I'm thinking about doing a 24-hour stream for Knife Rights. So, Brother Sharp Guy, All you need to do is send me an email, my man, and I will
Oh,
send you everything out tomorrow or Monday at the latest. And by emailing me, you'll get a tracking number when I send it out. Sharp Guy ATX. Congratulations, buddy. Let me stop sharing. Get back in the comments. Oh, did I miss something? A Sharp Guy? Let me see something. Hold on. Sharp Guy was playing for Carco. So he DSKFS to Carco. Carco, my man, send me an email, brother, to let's see, let me put my email back up there. Let me find it and click on it again. And not right here. Send me an email right here at kniveslive2021@gmail.com and I will send this out to you, buddy. Thank you, Sharp Guy. That was awesome. And congratulations to you, brother Carco. And we've got one more general kind of just giveaway coming up with the Fair and Forge. And then we'll do the member giveaway so that we're all out of here before that faction starts. So what have you bought in the last 15 minutes, buddy?
me? Just that custom.
And that was from the guy. What was his long ago to his Instagram? What was it again?
It's O'Brien_Blades_7.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
O'Brien
Blades _
I found it. I think I'm following him.
Yeah.
Here we go. Whoops. All right, let me share it.
Yep.
Is this the one you got?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's I got invited to his page from a guy in the Strider group. He's trying to he does some videos where he just talks, and I like that. And he just kind of describes what he's about, and you just kind of buy in. Like
I buy people more than I do knives, and if the design strikes me,
like he's passionate, and you just feel like, I don't know, I get kind of all excited inside, and he seems like a cool guy. And
look at that blade.
And I'm not usually a fancy scale guy like that. I think he calls it black or dark dark Damascus with a Chad Nichols Damascus blade.
How gorgeous is that? Congratulations, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited. He just seems
is
like
this him?
Yeah.
See, I love that. I love small makers who do super cool shit, who are accessible.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I love being able to share, or people share them with me and to share them out, because there's just so many out there that are doing. Looks like these are a lot of mods he did, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, or some of his knives.
Or my top 9 because I'm still a collector. That's what it says.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of these guys like NAF start as custom collectors, and then I don't know how you develop the talent to turn out work like this. But a family man, I mean, mad respect. I'll make sure I'm following him. I think I am. Nope. Only 1,097 followers.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys one more, then I'm going to show you a knife. This driver defense, Dustin Driver, is about 45 miles away from me. And this is, he's got a couple of these available. This is what I bought.
Just the SMF is the last strider I have for sale right now.
But this guy makes some of the sweetest folders and fixies. If you look down through his page, to me, it's just amazing that this guy is 45 minutes from me. Again, very accessible, shows what he's doing, what he's working on as he does it, right? That's a slip joint, one of his first. The knife I reviewed that my buddy A to Z bought is this one right here. It's got semiconductor. Let me find it. It's this knife right here. My buddy owns it, and I reviewed it, and it's one of the finest knives. Look at this blade when he opens it.
I'd go 550 on the SMF. It's a user. It's been carried. It's like 500. 500. It's got some marks on the blade.
But there's just some amazing talent out there.
Oh, I know. And it's, you feel like you're on like the ground, like you find this small maker, right? And you're like, ooh, I found him early, and he's just kind of, and he just gave away a fixed blade yesterday, and my best friend won it, which is hilarious because I invited him to the group, and I woke
Well,
up
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I woke up, like I fall asleep to like podcasts, and I still had my earbud in my ear yesterday morning, and I'm just kind of starting to wake up, and it reads me messages, like it'll play it, and it just says, "Haha, loser, I won," or something like that, and I'm like, "What?" Oh, I gotta find the message.
That's so funny.
Oh, dude. And I'm like, it's funny because it was read to me, and I'm like, I'm confused on what the hell is going on. And it's it's right here.
That's awesome, though, that a buddy you brought into the group won.
Oh, I know.
I never win anything, and I was on Jared's live.
Haha, loser.
Was it last night? I don't even know what I won, but I won something because I was looking down at my phone. And
CTS XHP. Sorry.
No, it's just I won something last night for the first time in a long time because I never enter, but I'm gonna pay it forward. I think it's a titanium October, Kaiser October. I had one of those early October and gave it dark gravity. But dude, I'm loving this little Demco Cub, this little slicer.
See, and that's cool. You got to, and think of how, in the grand scheme of things, Demco's not a huge maker compared to other knife makers out there.
No.
But he gave you the access to talk to him. Same thing like with Greg. I know people don't like Greg, but you got to just walk up and
I talked to him for 20 minutes. He gave me a kind of what I thought was a very fair representation. I asked, how's business? He goes, well, it's been down since we're back to levels. And he said pre-COVID, he was very humble. He was at a table by himself. I've never seen him in that setting. He had a table. He was there.
Oh, usually when they go to shows, they got these giant production.
He was in the back corner just because he wants to be there more. He wants to hear what people say. And I almost bought, he had a new knife there. It's the thinnest Medford I've ever seen. It's that little
Attic, the front flipper.
Yes. Little front flipper about.
He is, man. Greg was so nice when I met him.
And he's very polarizing. So I don't.
You didn't see his OTF. He had it there.
I don't remember seeing it, and I stood and talked to him for a while. And maybe he had sold it.
It's the only hit. Excuse me. He hasn't sent any out yet.
Yeah, I don't remember looking at it. Again, I'm usually not an OTF guy. I did pick up this. I don't know if you were here when I showed this off.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this knife. I carry it all the time because it's just utilitarian for me.
That's the thing, like with Greg, and I talk about, he's polarizing. He's not for everybody, but he plays a part. You meet him in person, nicest guy in the world. But on YouTube, and he plays a part. He knows how to sell his company.
Exactly. And again, I don't excuse or condone that type of stuff. And I do know from my interactions with him that regardless what I aligned on politically, he's going to treat me with the same respect because he's pointing out that he makes an American knife. And that's the bottom line, I think, of all of his arguments. But yeah, I don't agree with him at all in a lot of things, but you know, he's a very nice guy and he was very approachable, and not just to me, to a lot of people I saw asking him questions. And I'm sure because he didn't have a lot of traffic at his table while I was there, but I was only there early Friday, that he was probably a little bit out of his element, but he was still there, you know, hanging out, talking about stuff and very enthusiastic. But I went there to get that Colin McGuire knife and to pick this up right here. And this is the driver defense splinter. And this is a little bit bigger than the EDC fixies that I normally carry. But I love his knives. This is Magna Cut. It is super.
The Praetorian is great. I might have a micro on the way. Hint, hint.
And if you go to his Instagram, he brought a few of these back and I think a slip joint or two from the Nashville Custom Knife Show that are still available.
But how cool is that? See, you went to the show with specific knives you wanted, and pretend
because it was a smaller show, so
Yeah,
I was able to go to the
knife.
exhibitor list and kind of plan it before the show, right?
But you're like, I have this money, I want to see this maker and buy this knife.
That was
And
my
like
first
with the
thought.
Demko thing, imagine if some douchebag got that last knife that you wanted, because you're an enthusiast, you're going to carry it, you're going to use it and love it. And some guy thought, I can make money on this. I'm just going to buy it so I can flip it. That just torques me off.
Yeah, and it's part of, like we said, it's part of the way the game works, right? It's just it's not a good thing, but it just sucks, you know, and it's part of it. And I can, you know, it is what it is. But I think if you go to Texas, or any show, and I didn't do this the first two blade shows, or both of the blade shows I've been to, I went into them cold just for the people, which is really the main reason to go to a big blade show. But to go to the exhibitor list and kind of see who's going to be there, who you know you want to go try to procure something from, right? And then
Greg,
you can kind
are
of
you talking
plan
about
out.
my room? Sorry.
I go with the dude from Huntsville A to Z, and he's kind of my bank because he'll always carry extra cash because he knows I will PayPal him while we're at a show to fund my habit. And I had to hit him a couple of times in Nashville because I wasn't planning on picking this up, but I'm really glad I did. Rob's got a titanium one of these, and I almost bought another one of these in titanium, but I thought, nah, that would be crazy because I handled the shark's foot and the clip point in Nashville and didn't see enough of a difference except for the thin package. And that would just be me going crazy again, which I do.
Did you end up joining the Facebook group, in the Strider group?
Not yet.
Okay.
I've got it saved, but I've not gone in there yet because, like I said, dude, I bought this last week. This is my first legit Strider collab, and I traded right 2 days after I got this. No, I carried this for the weekend because I carried this to Nashville. I traded with one of my buddies, one of my nice knives, for his S&G. So I've got a bigger one coming. And so I know as soon as I join the group, I'm fucked because I've been kind of following them and trying to learn about the different models, but I will in due time. I will definitely own a Strider. and appreciate them. I mean, this little knife right here, I can't wait for the S&G because it's just such a it fits my hand so perfectly.
The
It was
ergonomics. I know. I'm a Strider fanboy, but people like to talk about like the handle looks funny. But there is not a knife I have held that is more comfortable.
no, I agree.
In
And
my
the
hand,
foil is done so well. Everything just seems to be kind of spot on. And, you know, I'm a big fan. And I love little stuff like my mini pyrite. Guys, that's a great knife. I think it's on sale now for around $40 in aluminum and that whatever that CJRB steel is, AARP 9 or whatever. But this little guy's a good little knife.
It is a direware. I just posted the video. I've had it about a month now. 3 weeks now, 2 weeks now, 2 weeks now. I don't know.
That's a gorgeous knife. Recurves scare me because I'm just not comfortable sharpening them. Not that I ever sharpen knives much. I want to show you guys something that I got from my buddy in Lithuania. This is the Gen 2. Let me get the Gen 1. Where is it? Bring it back here. Oh, here it is. So this is a company called Baltic Blades. And they're in Lithuania, a guy that makes these little knives by hand, right? They're about $100. This is the Gen 1. I think it was in some tool steel or something. I forget exactly what the steel was, but I really liked it. It's a minimalist knife. Comes with a little Kydex sheath, right? So he just came out with the Gen 2. Uh-oh, we got a guest. Let me pull him up. Hold on. And say hello to brother Pocket Metal.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Buddy. But this is the Gen 2 of the Angus. And it's a little bit longer.
With the anus?
Close. The Angus.
I just got to say.
It's handmade in Lithuania by a dude named Paulius, and I can't pronounce his last name. Where's my paper? Check this out. For just a slicer, little box opener. It's 99 euros, I think, but he added jimping and the blade's a little longer. And this one's, I think, an N690, so it's stainless. Just a cool little knife. And he's over on Instagram at Baltic Blades.
That looks a lot like that Civivi knife that you were saying. I can't remember who had it.
Yeah, the Civivi. I had that one. It's got the same weight relief holes.
Yeah.
But he kind of designs this like little form, has kind of been his deal. But he also does full-size knives. Let me pull real quick. Let me go to his page. Because these small knives, the Angus is just the thing that I like. But he does much more than just that.
I will be right back.
All right, dude. I'm just going to share this for a second. And then we'll do another giveaway before the member giveaway. What have you been up to, Pocket Metal?
We went before Thanksgiving and got a bunch of shit for our outside buddies, the deers and raccoons and shit. And we fucking flew through everything. So we just went and bought like another 20 something pounds of apples and freaking cookies and shit. Cause the deer, all we had left was some like oatmeal cookies, and they just were not having it.
Oh, dude. They
don't eat oatmeal cookies, evidently.
But you're taking care of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, fuck. Like it's been getting like the colder it gets, evidently, the more they eat. So.
But this is Paulius, and he makes. Well, I'm trying to find some of his bigger knives.
I took a shower once, and it was an awesome experience. I like the red. I'm a sucker for red sometimes.
But really cool guy. Again, he does stuff over in Lithuania. What's
Right
that?
there. No, you go too fast. My God.
Sorry,
Up a
dude.
little bit.
Up.
Up a little bit. No, the other way. Like this, the screen's going this way. And stop. Where are those ones in his right there in his hands? It's right below you. One down.
That one?
One down.
An SFK that he made to order. You looking for something different?
One down.
This one here?
There you go. Yeah. I like those scales.
Let's see what he says. This a new batch of SFKs. So yeah, that's one of his bigger knives, right?
Yeah, this is cool. I wish you would have put black hardware on it though. I have all that blacked out and red, and then fucking.
Let's see if he's got some with black.
I'm sure he could. I mean, it's just see right there. He's
Here's
got
one with
black.
black.
Why not put black on the other thing? The hell's wrong with this guy?
He's Lithuanian, man. He's a really, really nice dude. And from what I've been able to gather, and I'm a big fan of his little stuff. But if y'all get a chance, give him a follow. He doesn't have a lot of let's see how many followers he's got.
I like Jim Deer can eat 2 acres of we have there's 2 families that come up, mama and 2 babies on each one. And yeah, lately they've been eating a shit ton of fucking apples and fucking cookies and bird seed and shit like that. We didn't do any vegetables this year, so we didn't have nothing for them to eat.
Guess what I'm getting ready to do, guys? I'm getting ready to try something totally different. That's not the right tool. I've got a tool that I subscribe to. You keep talking, Pocket Metal. I'm talking to myself.
I'm just reading the comments. I see Bama says corn and carrots. We should try. I think we had some corn the other day. We it's something we don't but since it was we were all having a little feast yesterday, we got gave the little prairie girls a little bit of corn. They eat that shit like it's fucking candy. So not something they're supposed to eat, but they can have a little bit of it. So yeah, we probably had leftover corn we could have put out there for them. I can't remember if there's corn in the birdseed we get or not, but they fucking love that shit.
What, does it have to have my Instagram in here before I can?
Yeah, we got at least 3 raccoons, a mama and 2 babies that fucking hang out under our fucking porch by the fire pit. That just fucking chill, and they'll go out there and they go like this. They're like, "Give me a cookie." They're pretty fucking cute, so
Hold on, guys. I got to go to my Facebook page and try to authorize this bullshit. See what my Facebook
I guess our town has a raccoon problem.
What's that?
I guess our town has a raccoon problem in the older part of town.
I mean,
they talked about, they made like in the small town newspaper, they talk about it. It's hilarious. They come out and people are like, there's just raccoons everywhere. I saw 20 of them the other night.
Yeah, well, that 20 is quite a bit, I guess.
I guess in the area it's excessive. I don't know.
But there's that guy on YouTube. A lot of people have seen it. He's got like his porch is probably like 8 foot by 8 foot. It's somewhere in Canada, and he gets over 20 raccoons that he feeds a night on that thing. It's freaking hilarious. That guy's a role model right there. Fucking goes through like 20 pounds of hot dogs.
Every time we take the dog for a walk, anytime we walk by like a sewer grate or whatever, like I don't know, she's got to stick her head. I'm like, you are going to get your head bit off, dog. Get out of there. I know you're smelling something, but you're going to get beat up.
Guys, this is weird. Profile, where's my fucking number? All right, here's my profile link. Copy link.
It wasn't
now I need to email it to myself so I can post it.
I'm about ready to go down a rabbit hole like Javon. It wasn't Lefty talking about slip joints all the time, but listening to you guys on Monday nights, like it's like, all right, I can get behind GEC. I can get a GC. God damn, like you're right. Like I listen to you guys every Monday. I fall asleep to you, and wherever I fall asleep to, then I pick up the next day and listen to it while I'm driving. And one of these days, the other day, Country Knives you guys were talking about or something?
Yeah, I checked there a long time ago.
I almost went and bought one. I forgot. Thank God.
I've almost bought something from them a long time ago, but it's not like when I first started, I subscribed to everyone that would do the notifications for the drops, because a lot of them go super, super fast. That place, I don't know how they are holding on to stuff that's like months old.
Well, you said like they're like I've been on websites before where you're like, oh, they show the knife is in stock, and you go to buy it, and it's not. Like they're
and I've never purchased anything from them, so I don't know how it works. But yeah, a lot of them do that kind of shit. And then there's other places that just you don't ever know. It's just random fucking times they'll just post shit, and you're like, how the fuck did I miss it? But sometimes they go pretty damn fast. The last round of Vipers, those were insanely fast.
TrueWear, it's called Strider, an authorized group. Strider Knives, an authorized group. Yeah, it's one of those, like I will get by with just one, because that's what, like, my first knife ever was a slip joint I got from my dad.
That's what mine was too. It was kind of like why I got like addicted to this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean,
used to go to gun and knife shows.
He gave it to me because, I mean, God, I was young, maybe 5, but it was dull as a butter knife. Like, it was no harm to anybody. And I still remember me and a friend sitting in the backyard trying to sharpen it on a rock. Like,
probably doing more damage than good.
Oh, definitely. And and it kills me. Like, I've got fixed blades that my grandfather owned, and I had that knife forever, and I don't know where it is now, and it's killing me.
Just for the sentimental, obviously.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't have anything like that. Like my stepdad's the one that he had a buddy that owned a gun shop, and so we used to go do the gun shows with him, and that's where I got my first knife. It was I don't think it was like one of the buck ones, but it was something similar, a little lock back like that style.
My second knife I ever got was a buck one, but it wasn't, because now that I think about it, I still remember it. It came in a green box, and I was on vacation with a friend in the Wisconsin.
Could have been anything. Schrade. It could have been
which was just like a tourist trap, and it was like $15.
Okay,
it was all the money I had as a 15-year-old kid to spend on a vacation for souvenirs, and that's what I bought. And I carried that forever.
Hey guys, I just pinned a new comment in the comment thing at the top. So what we're going to do is, when you go over there, it's going to take you to a video for Baltic Blades, where Paulus is showing how he makes his knives. I want you guys to subscribe and then leave a comment on that video that says Javon, right? You can say, I like your knives. You can say whatever you want, but just put Javon in the comment. I'll give y'all plenty of time. Let me know if y'all can see the link up there. And that's what we
Jim, maybe it will.
I
just remember it came in a green box. And
Fair and Forge Prolex. Nice little knife.
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those things where sometimes you can get good deals on the secondary, especially one of the groups that me and Cheeto are in. I don't know if is Cheeto here tonight.
He was in here.
It's a club that guy that does an YouTube and has an Instagram and shit. Knife Thoughts made I believe it's Bearcat Barlow Club. So you have to have a Barlow to get in the club. You take a picture, you fill out a little form just so they, whatever, try to keep it like for people that are interested, whatever. But people sell shit for really good prices. And I know Cheeto's been grabbing a bunch of stuff off there. Because a lot of times, after the drops, shit skyrockets on the secondary prices. And, the drops are pretty fast. So.
What scares me about like GEC is that what they go by a numbering system, right?
For the frame. Mm-hmm. So you have like, this is a 77 Barlow, but and then they have 86. They do a Barlow, but not always a Barlow. So, yeah, you can look on their site, on the Great Eastern Cutlery website, and it'll show by model and by year everything they make. It'll give production totals as well, so you know how many of each knife and each handle, cover that they used, but at least that way you can like find what you if you only
Javon, Jim Miller.
want, right?
'Cause my
Just
type
put
of
down the
Javon
side.
somewhere in the
like, I'm
comment after
scared,
you
like
subscribe and like it.
I like that. All right, there's numbers. And me being me, I would get one and be like, okay, I got 47. I need 1 through 46.
Oh, so the numbers are
Or the
it's not
model
like
number.
each one is it's a model
It's
number.
not
It's not
numbered, but it's
right.
the model. But
Correct.
me being like, well, shit. I mean, it makes sense in my
Well,
head.
a lot of them like they skip. So certain numbers haven't come out yet. So they've been in business for I forget how many years, since like 2007, I think they started. Well, they just now did number 5 like last year. So you know what I mean? Like it bounces around. So you wouldn't be able to do
a
like
numerical.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to get
But
that.
still, it would be the thrill of the hunt to.
Yeah, that's an interesting, like some people like to just collect, like all of that specific, like I said, like the 77. So they try to get all of them from years past of the 77s or whatever, or all the Barlows or blah, blah, blah.
They will remake. So say like you said, 77.
Right.
It's been released once, but there's multiple runs, right?
So what they do is they'll never do the same cover twice.
When
So
you say cover, like scale material?
Correct.
Okay.
So if they did it in natural micarta, they'll never do natural micarta again.
Okay.
If they did a certain type of wood, bone, a certain colored jigging style, it's one and done forever. That's how they keep shit.
That's a dangerous thing. Like I've gotten into getting these old striders.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things you get that
you go down the rabbit
FOMO,
hole.
fear of missing out, like.
Yeah, it's it's a whole new world. Like,
dude, these drops go in less than 15 seconds.
From when I
that
got
was one of the I helped
awesome.
Javon score that thing, and it was like one of the rarest ones that they made. They made less than 300 of those, I believe, and that's it forever.
You get into it's the same. Like I've gotten into it with like these older striders. It's like, okay, this knife and this steel is rare. What else can I get?
Hey guys, everybody, I posted a link up at the top of the chat that should take you to Baltic Blades video. All you got to do is like it, subscribe, and leave a comment with Javon in it. I'm going to draw for it in about 5 minutes because we're running out of time and I've got to do the member giveaway. But that's going to be for this little Ferrum Forge Prolex.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead, guys. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
To find one that you like through their site, like a style, if you only want to get one, and then just wait for that to appear or find it on the secondary. There's lots of different sites and clubs and all kinds of shit that you can join to buy stuff, but it can be crazy.
I want one just to have one.
5-door, the Viper's what I tried to get in on.
Like, I love listening to you guys on Monday nights because Javon's always like, hey, I'm going to send you this. And you're like, no.
I'm very, very, very picky about
that way too. Like I get it. Like
you're a traditionalist.
But I get Javon's side because he's an enthusiast saying, I want to share this with you.
Yeah. I don't
like.
I'm not trying to be an ass, I guess, a lot of times, but certain things it's like I know I'm not going to like it just from the way it looks. Like if I don't like the way it looks. I don't care how good the action, how good the ergos. To me, it's just ugly. If it's ugly, it's ugly. I don't care.
That's fair. I mean, that's why we're all okay. I got 42 comments, guys. That's good. We got 64 in here.
Last Monday when Chef Rocky was like, "Oh, you're hating on something." Just like what's your reasoning for it? It's like it's personal. It's like everyone has their own reasons why they don't like shit, right? Like, so if it's like me trying to say why I think grilled cheese plain without tomato is better than some what the fuck ever, right? It's like the dumbest shit.
Like, absolutely.
Yeah, it's free oatmeal cookies for we have packs of oatmeal. The fucking deer don't want nothing to do with them, so there you have it.
How are the prairies? Are they kicking in? Are they chewing cardboard or sleeping?
No, they're sleeping right now. They were up earlier. We played with them a little bit. They like cats, sleep play, sleep, play, sleep, play. They'll be up in a couple hours fucking playing while we're watching TV or some shit.
That's Tippy's game too. She's asleep now in my closet. I'll hear a bunch of knife cases get knocked over, and she'll come up here and fuck with me. Still 42 comments, guys. I'm gonna give it about 3 more minutes because then I got to get on to the member giveaway. So jump over there and leave Baltic Blades a comment, a like, and a Javon, and we will give away the Prolex. I got to get my little book out, or I'll forget who won it.
Because pocket, I mean, really, you don't do any. I've checked out your shit. You don't do anything but lies, pretty much.
I haven't in a long time. I'm a what is this? How is the phrasing here? I'm not like freelance, but I just do. I'm an artist, a graphic artist, and so if I'm busy working, I don't making videos and shit. It just got to be to where I was like, it's not worth the time. And I had fun doing lives, so that seems to be, I'll spend my 3 hours a week doing that, and that's basically it. I haven't even made much time lately for fucking Instagram. So,
I get it, man. You talk about work, like I hear you talk about work, and you got to work when you got to work. And
I worked yesterday. Guy hit me up, a company that I do work for. And he's like, I got some new products, and can we do some advertising for Black Friday? I was like, I guess so.
I get it. It's like Wednesday, my wife and kids went shopping, and she's like, let's go. I'm like, I got to work. I can't. The weather's going to be nuts. It's good. And I was going to work today, and she's like, I wanted to watch the football game. And I was like,
Good luck, kids.
You got to work when you got to work. You got to make money when you can make money.
Yeah, that's after the whole COVID thing that like hit hard. So now it's like I'll take whatever the hell I can get and just keep working, and because you never know when some dumb shit like that's going to happen again.
I need to get back to work.
Javon fucking retired on us.
I know. I'm about ready to go
but
on.
I'm doing freelance stuff, but I need to get back.
I need 3 more days of good weather, and then I'm going to go on 2 months vacation.
It again. If you will email me, brother Timmy, I will get your Pro X sent out tomorrow. Congratulations, my man. All right, so you guys have a conversation while I go behind the scenes.
You guys don't know each other, but just go ahead and fill in the space.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the member giveaway back up here and pin it. Hold on. Whoops. And that way, if any of you guys haven't left a comment, you can go leave a comment.
Cheeto, what are you working?
What's that, buddy?
Oh, Cheeto said AFK away from the keyboard. So I said, what are you doing? Working? He works night times. I don't, know if it's today too or not, but I know he works nights someplace.
I would love to know what everybody does for a living.
Let me pin it in the other thing.
All of these live streams, and they comment on all the videos. Like, I think they know what I do. I would love to know what you guys do for a living.
Are you talking to me or like the crowd?
I think I know you're a graphic artist, right?
Yeah.
Designer.
Yeah.
I know Javon was in
digital marketing. I'm a digital marketing guy.
Stuff. But I don't know what anybody else does. Like
I put those invasive ads in front of you and make searches come up that you're really not looking at.
Yeah, CNC shit's cool.
All right, guys, I repinned the comment for the member giveaway. All you have to do is leave a little.
What is he talking about? Are you having a nightmare, Marcel?
Can we just do this?
I'm gonna give it 5 minutes. What?
I thought we just did this. I'm a surveyor, Scott.
Grumpy, you're on my shit list for that one. I put a poster outside of your face, and I show all the squirrels, and I say, "This man is evil. Attack!" You're never anywhere near us, but just in case.
Hey, I got my first grown-up flashlight today.
The hell does that mean?
Well, it's just
Yeah, what's a grown-up
one that I
got?
was influenced to buy, custom.
How much? Oh, dude, I found my
Custom
own.
flashlight. What makes it a custom flashlight is what I want to know.
Because
Like-
it's made by a guy in Canada. The tube is really the custom part. The what do they call it? The brains that they use. A lot of the custom makers use the same
Propulsion
little
engineer. That
computer.
sounds like fun.
But this was one on EDC supply. That's kind of an entry level, which is ridiculous because it was $185.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's not my thing. I know
No, and
there's people that like, bounce all around with that kind of shit, but I don't know. Like
Well, I
how
got
much different.
Of them, and if I look at what I paid for them,
Right.
and I take like these two for
Dude, I want
example,
to drive a Zamboni.
and add those up, it's about the same price.
I'm
as-
afraid I'd fall asleep. I'm narcoleptic. If I was on a Zamboni, I think I'd fall asleep. It moves too slow.
Do you think they go fast? Do you think they have the option to go faster?
If it did, I think you'd hear about people having Zamboni accidents more often.
Man,
But
Don't you
yeah,
wanna
it moves
believe
too
that
slow. I
thing
think
could
I'd
just
fall
twist
asleep
your
and then just
ass?
hit the wall.
like, don't you wish it could just they should do like Zamboni drag races.
Look, I love people over here. It's way different when you get into high end flashlights. I don't even want to think about
Dude,
high end flashlights.
You know what? You know why I
Me
got
neither.
the high-end flashlights? I wanted an American-made flashlight, so I bought the Okluma. I fucking love that thing, and then I lost it. I thought it was part of the whole. I lost a whole lot of money in the move, so I bought another expensive American flashlight. And then my kid found the flashlight last week in the dog grooming mitt.
It was in the mitt.
It was in the so it was, and I thought it would show up. So I lost when we moved. I lost the light, a pen, and 3 knives, and a pair of Oakleys, and a pair of truck keys, and all this other shit for work. And I thought the light would show up because right before we moved, I was on Javon's live stream and we were talking about light, and I showed it, and it was having issues. And I thought I was going to have to send it in by like, oh, wait, maybe the batteries just needs charged. But so I put it out in the garage where I had all my shit, and it ended up in like a drawer with all the dog stuff. And
Well, at least you didn't lose it.
yeah, I know. Literally last week, my daughter, she puts her hand in the glove because we have other stuff to brush the dog. And she's like, what's this? I'm like, the light. And I'm like, is there anything else in there? And they're like, no. So yeah, 3 knives, a pen, sunglasses, hat, keys, still gone. But the
But
light.
it could all turn up too. That's part of it.
I'm Javon. I am hopefully optimistic, but I am running out of
Places to look.
there is not. I don't know where else to look in this house. And my wife said, I remember throwing all that stuff in a box. And I know the way my wife is and one of my kids. And there was a dump trailer outside of it. And I am 99.9% sure that shit is in the dump,
Oh man.
which sucks. But
All right, guys. I'm
Yeah.
gonna change the visibility of the video. So hopefully you guys, I've got I think 51 comments in there. You guys run comment if you haven't yet. I have got to do this. Let's see, edit.
Demonoc, I wish that was true, buddy, but I fall asleep driving a regular car, and I shouldn't do that. And things are moving a lot faster, so than 7 miles an hour.
what I missed that. What were we talking about?
Oh, I said I don't think I could drive a Zamboni because I'd fall asleep, and he said there's too many things moving, and to adjust while you're driving to fall asleep. And I was like, you don't. Yeah, I just fall asleep. I fell asleep standing up before.
You're like my dog.
It's no good.
It's so good.
All right, guys, we got
You're in the-
49
You're out
comments in
Pacific
there.
Northwest, though, right?
What's that?
You're in the.
I'm gonna
you're
share
on,
this
like, Pacific
screen.
Northwest.
Yeah, we live in Washington.
All right. This is not knife related, but Bigfoot.
Good
yes
luck,
or no?
kids. This is for the Tucson and the M3 98. This guy right here. I don't know if you can see it. Good luck. And I appreciate every one of you. And Kevin
That one fast.
Weininger. Let me go write
that
that
was-
down.
that
I don't
was
know if
fast. Is
Kevin's
that
in
Rick?
here tonight.
Kevin Wieninger.
Is that your alias, Javon?
Let
So you,
me go back where I can read it. Hold on.
you're like, fuck that. I'm not giving away.
Kevin says, thank
This
you
is
for your
the
generosity.
giveaway tonight. I'm not giving away anything else.
Happy Thanksgiving. So that is awesome. And Kevin will be, if I can find my pen, I'll reach out to him and make sure he knows about this. I've lost my pen.
I mean,
Yep,
that's
I'll put
what
it
you guys
back in
need to do. I mean, you go camping. You guys are on what? I mean, come on. I just want to know because I mean, to fall asleep, I have to listen to like a podcast or something. So it's nothing but like Bigfoot podcasts, World War II. Your guy. I mean, I have to have noise to fall asleep. And
Oh, so
Bigfoot, yes or no?
Congrats, Kevin.
I'm totally believe that Bigfoot exists.
Oh, thank
And
God.
Not
believe.
for anything crazy, but so there was a legit thing of years and years ago that they're talking about, like species that they didn't know existed that they then found. Like there was some weird species of deer that they didn't know existed. You know, we've been on this planet for a fuckload of time, and here's a deer that no one knew existed, some weird deer living in the forest, right? Well, then recently, in the last 30 years, somewhere in China, they found a type of like gorilla or some such shit that's like roughly 6 feet tall that walks around on its hind legs in the woods that they didn't know existed.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that if it's not Bigfoot? What else do you need? It's a monkey that walks around on its feet, on its hind legs.
Don't they call it something Pithecus, or is that something different?
No, that's different. That's like a prehistoric man.
Yeah.
Australopithecus.
Something.
Yeah, I think there's different versions of Pithecus, but yeah. So why the fuck not?
I hope so. I want to.
When you're up here and you see how much land, there's no way people fucking, you know, when you're in the woods, you can fucking see like 20 feet in front of you, and that's it. If you're lucky, sometimes.
There's so many places to be.
Dude, there's so much land that there's no way they can fucking go through all of it.
I think that would be awesome.
An animal like that.
I love, like I said, I love listening to like the podcasts and it's entertaining.
Yeah, I like some of it. I hate certain kinds of those shows where they're like, recently, and it's got like that guy's voice that's like annoying as fuck.
It's nothing but like the History Channel regurgitated over like something else. Like
yeah, they never see anything. They never, and it's always like they're always like, "Did you hear that sound?" It's like, come the shit on. You're in the woods. There's something. Shit's making sounds. It's the way it works.
My point is, if
they're throwing
Bigfoot's been around for as long as they have.
I've heard a tree knock. And it's like some 16-year-old out there with his baseball bat, like just banging on a tree.
It's the Blair Witch is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
But you think about it, if they've been out there, they've learned to avoid
if I can
people.
fall asleep to it, man, I'm in.
Yeah, I completely believe Bigfoot and UFOs. Both those things have to exist. If the universe is as big as they say it is, which, you know, it's bigger, then how the fuck are we the only ones?
Intelligent, I agree.
Yeah, come the fuck on.
No, that's I listen to a ton of people are gonna like click, unsubscribe. Dude, I love like all that, not UFO, but like just like the universe stuff. Like I want to know more. I want to know why.
Yeah.
I want to know if it's educational. Not the crazy crackpot shit, but I want to know like why shit like. It's okay. It's going to take us 100,000 years to get to here, or the good stuff is if I can listen to it. And
the guy I like listening to his podcast is Lex Friedman. Are y'all familiar with him?
Lex Friedman is good. There's Event Horizon is another. He gets some good guests on there.
I thought you were talking about the movie.
No, it's a podcast on YouTube called Event Horizon. He gets like Avi Loeb on from Harvard. I mean, he gets a lot of big time
Thinkers.
people on. So yeah,
It's amazing how many people. I forget
if
that
it's
Japanese.
entertaining, and it'll keep me entertained until I can fall. Ah, shit! Just dropped an expensive knife. Until I can fall asleep, I'm in. And you
Yeah,
want
it keeps me. It'll keep me away from my makeup influencer
here's my
videos.
theory, right? There's all these planets, right? We've established there's billions of planets, and we know Earth. You know, we did the whole dinosaur thing and whatnot. Well, why isn't there another planet here that's just going through like the same stage for life?
They've supposedly already found lots of planets with a similar, setup as we got. So
yeah. So are they before? Like maybe they're just going through the dinosaur stage now, and it's going to take them another 65 million years or something to get to us.
I mean, possibly, or that they've already passed that point, and because I mean, just because they can find a planet and they don't really know what's on it, they just know it has a similar makeup as what we've got going on here. So
I just love that shit. So it's fascinating to me. So
yeah,
I will.
There's too much shit going on to not think that something like that exists. Woo-hoo. But yeah, I love it.
So I'm going to leave everybody with this before we go to Spread Faction. This is the black hole that I've gotten sucked into.
Please don't talk about it. Please don't talk about it.
What social influencer is got you now?
Why, Javon? Why? What the hell?
So much drama, man. You've got to get in on the drama.
No.
Watching dudes put makeup on.
Fucking Christ,
dude! This guy,
that's not
Star. Exactly right. He's a waste of life, but he is 40 years old now. He used to be in YouTube forever ago, and he's this dude that's covered in tattoos. So he's a makeup like he has his own line of makeup. He just bought a ranch in Wyoming where he raises yaks.
All for people doing what the fuck ever, makeup, whatever. I don't. That's not like that's fine. But I don't care about that kind of drama or what the fuck they whine about or any of that other fucking bullshit. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, what's ridiculous about it, and what I've thought is, now he is a gun nut. He's a major gun guy, but that's beside the point. What they do is they get on TikTok, and their whole game, and these are 100 millionaires. I mean, this guy's got.
I wish I could highlight comments.
But they have these battles on TikTok where they'll have 75.
You watched New Jersey Shore, didn't you? You were in on the New Jersey Shore.
No, and I only watched a couple of people. I watched a couple of people.
Do you watch Real Housewives and all that other shit too?
I was never into that, dude. I'm telling you, it came across my feed, and there's this one guy, oh Lordy Jordy, and all he does is he critiques that shit and compresses it down. It's funny though.
I think
it's absolutely a waste of time.
An influencer who tried to sexually assault people. Isn't that what he did?
What's that?
Oh, Five Door asked what was Patrick Mahomes' brother. And I think he was an influencer who is using his influence to sexually harass.
That happens quite often. It seems like a lot of these people. I think that guy that Javon's watching was either accused of that shit at some point.
He's been accused. He's paid people off.
And here's the thing: like I talk about this all the, I try and talk about time, and you know what, Pocket, politically, we're probably 100.
Oh, we're on the opposite. Yeah.
But here's my thing: I don't give a shit. I could give two fucks what people are doing. I don't care. You want to be this? I don't care. I don't care.
We look at the things that draw us together.
Back in the day, it didn't matter. You could be politically different, and like today, it's like, oh, you don't agree with what I agree with? We can't be fucking friends. Fuck off.
Have y'all ever heard of Jack Doherty? This kid's got the most punchable face on the internet. He's got
Javon,
12 million subscribers. He's a little troublemaker.
He got shot.
No, he should have, but he didn't. But this is a clip from his live stream.
People are running away as you're watching this.
Watch this. This is great. This is poetic justice. He's got his security guards around him, The first punch isn't the one you got to watch for. So here comes the first punch. That was just a distraction. Watch the second one. I love it. And he walks off with a hurt eye because this kid is a menace. I mean, his whole thing is going out and fucking with people. Look what his security guard did on Halloween. Hold on. Check this shit out.
Saul says somebody hired Javon.
That's what I don't agree with.
This is what, I mean, the kid can talk shit. This is the kid. And a security guard just punches people.
You're fucking with people who aren't, I mean, that's the problem right now.
Well, the guy that actually in Texas had to pull out a gun and end somebody who was harassing him.
On YouTube, that's his thing. He was a prank channel or something. And he's fucking with a delivery guy in the mall who's doing like a DoorDash. I don't get, he's a DoorDash delivery driver or something. So he's there at the mall to get something. And this guy's like fucking with him. Like, you want to see my dick? You want to see my dick or what? You what? And he keeps posting up on him. And the delivery driver pulled out a gun and blasted him. And he was acquitted. And
yeah, it's tragic. But I mean, these guys like that Jack Doherty guy walks down through the mall and like bumps into people. And then when people turn around, like, what the fuck you doing? His security guard steps in front of him and then he'll like flex off. It's sick stuff, dude.
It's sad that these kids are fucking making, and they think.
Like, Saul says that Javon needs to find another job.
He does.
Enoch says, what does Javon watch day to day? I think we just showed us what he's watching.
Javon needs to find a job.
And here's the thing, though.
Or he needs to get a better sleep pattern.
I'm worried for like my kids, because for a while they're like, we'll just be YouTubers. I'm like, no, you're not. That's not a thing. Like,
no. It's crazy, because that little Jack Doherty kid, if you go back, and he was like 9 years old, and he had this trick where he could bounce a highlighter in front of him on the table and it would land in a bottle of water. And that got like 10 million views. And so his YouTube channel blew up. You know, this is a 9-year-old kid who's now the bread maker for his family. And now he's got
Junior Miz.
It's crazy shit, dude.
Every time Javon talks about this, everyone's got to take a drink.
Everybody drink. No, we got to get out of here because we've got to get ready for said faction. I don't want to step on their time.
Scotch. We're going to be fucked up if John keeps talking about influencers.
No, I just had to share a little of, you know, how bad the world's getting. So, guys, we have got 19 minutes.
It is. I'm terrified for
grab a Mexican pizza. I love all you guys. Craig, Javon does need a girlfriend.
Have a good night.
But he needs the right one.
We should start like an online dating profile for Javon.
Have you? That's one thing I will say. I just found out about a new online dating call.
Involved, right? He can't be involved. We should get to create the profile and watch it and monitor, and we get to pick who he goes on dates with.
I think that's going to also start happening for Javon getting a job too.
If I was Javon, you let us
you let us do the profile and do the picking, and then you can record it. You will be, and that'll be viral. You let us make a profile, and then we get to pick. We get to swipe or do whatever it is.
Yeah, because if we got Javon late, he might stop watching this dumb shit, right?
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, if you guys don't know, the last relationship I was in is still kind of going on in a weird way.
And in this digital age, she might be into it. He shows up with a fucking camera. And
hey, Tippy and I have a good life. Believe it or not.
We should start rocking. And it shouldn't even be up to Javon. We'll start our own channel for this.
Marcel, I need to fix my car door first. I need dental work. Yeah. I've got a lot of things I've got to put in line. Guys, I love you all. I'm heading over to the store.
We're going to have to talk about this. I think we can make this happen. Javon's, he's like, I'm out. I got to, Taco Bell's calling. I got to go.
Hope to see you guys on Monday. See everyone. Have a good night.
I got a couple months off. We can make this work. We're going to find Javon a wife.
That's the last thing you want. Y'all will lose me forever.